I want to suck your blood at the end is going to proc. But I bring up all that because it's cool. I love it's like it's fire that you can build decks like this. But what people often do is you put America Chavez in that deck, so she's guaranteed to be the card that you draw. Okay, that way, if on turn 5, let's presume on turn 5 you Modoc, let's say again you Lady Sift hypothetically, he's become 12. You Modoc, that Apocalypse has become 16. Okay. Then on turn 6, you're guaranteed to draw your America Chavez, so you just play her. You know she's not going to get drawn early, so you don't accidentally discard her. You know she's going to be there. Conversely, if you use the like you might be like, well, why don't you put Death in there? Because that way Dracula could either cut this Apocalypse that's 16 power, or at minimum he's going to hit like a Death. But as you know, she could get drawn earlier, and then she is discarded when MODOK cuts everything down, right? Whereas Chavez not. So you know you're going to get a solid, beefy, 9-powered card to play on turn 6, leaving that 16-powered Apocalypse chilling in your hand for Dracula to absorb. And because Dracula discards the card before he sucks the blood, that 16-powered Apocalypse becomes a juicy 20-powered. And again, that's one of the decks I was facing so much and why I busted out Shuri, because you have a 9-powered America Chavez, you have the 8-powered MODOK, you have the 20-powered Dracula, or at minimum, it's probably a 16-powered Apocalypse you draw if you don't use Chavez. And it was just so much power that I had to bust her out. I know she's meta, but it was the only way I could compete with that power dump. So, anyways, I'm not even saying all that to complain, just that that's a craft of it. But I would almost rather face that than the Hela ones, because Hela resurrects all cards you discarded. So some people they'll just stuff their hands with beefy people, Death, Hulk, She-Hulk, Magneto, Giganto, with no plans of ever playing them, just allowing them to be discarded by MODOK, and then you Hela them all back. Of course, the big balance or the counter to that is Hela can be drawn at any time, and so if you MODOK Hela and kill her, you don't have her for turn 6 to resurrect everybody. But anyways, that's why I was really worried about her, because I was like, dude, she could flip things on a head. Ooh. I do need to refill my water here after this game. Oh, and I want to play some music. I'm going to do that an hour ago. Oh shit, my game's going. Fuck, I'm gonna get timed out. I feel bad on those moments when you don't even have a card to play and you still make your opponent wait. Again, look at another fire. First off, this is a base card. Look how gorgeous that is. And then it's got cool ass animations, both when you're dragging it along and if you get it to proc. He's like, got him. And you'll see. Hopefully, that's a good play right there. I don't like that. We don't like that. Hopefully this person has a Killmonger. I kind of take that back about the Killmonger comment, but okay, if I that was a misplay by him. Oh fuck yeah, yeah, that I've meant to play that a while ago. Oh, this one's poopy butt. Maybe I should have put that She-Hulk abomination there on that turn. See, if this card, if both players have 4 cards of this location, he goes up to a juicy 8er. And I'd essentially, to win this game, I would need to put a card there. So I probably put her, him. I don't know. I don't like it, but it's only for 2 cubes. My Cosmo just helped that. Fuck. So we talked about Destroyer, right? One of the combinations you'll see, even more so used in that armor one I talked about, is somebody Professor Xing a lane. You try to build up a lane, secure that lane, so when you Professor exit, he locks it down. Like literally lock down this location. Cards can be added, removed, they really should add, because this game is a lot about the exact wording. You have to be really conscientious about the literal verbiage, because sometimes whether a card's destroyed or discarded, or whether it says after it's played or when, you know what I mean? Like those are very meticulously chosen. And so he's a little vague for this game, given um how usually word specific it is. It's very deliberate. Um because you're not fully locking it down, because yes, cards can be added, they can't be removed, you can't move into it, cards can't be destroyed. But like let's say I had a bunch of cards here and I play that blue Marvel, which buffs all of my cards +1. um you could like snatch the victory from that lane without putting any cards there or moving them. So I think I mean, for all intents and purposes, it works because you are not letting shit get shifted in and out. But to me, locking down this location and etc. would also include the prevention of cards going up or down, for that matter. Remember earlier we saw that it's called Hazmat. She drained everybody's power by 1, both players. To me, that wouldn't be included in the etc. That no points can go up or down. So, anyways, it was a great play by him. This is solid. I should have, on turn 5, if you go back to turn 5, I skipped it so I could have a 1 call She-Hulk and then Taskmaster. I fucked up because, again, Taskmaster's on reveal, right? So I can't ever put a Taskmaster on a lane that a Cosmo's on. He won't proc. So knowing that meant I should have known that She-Hulk wasn't going to be a 10 power for him to cost or copy. It was going to be a 8, which is not nearly as beefy. And in that regard, it would have actually been better for me to She-Hulk Abomination, because at least he's a 1 more for the 5 cost, right? So that was a fuck up on me. But by skipping turn 5, he snuck in my back door. And then, of course, it's a double whammy. So him playing Destroyer here, even if my son's, let's say my Cosmo's not there and I just have any other 1 point thing, his Destroyer will destroy these other 3. No, it won't destroy Colossus. Colossus can't be destroyed. That's his like big thing, right? So it would be the Destroyer and the Colossus. They're destroyed, and then these 3 are destroyed. But he still wins because he gets the Destroyer and the Professor X. But it was like a perfect storm that he could Professor X and have a Cosmo to set his Destroyer on, so it doesn't even proc. That's well played. That's well played. Everyone is, dude. It's fucking valuable real estate. Location, location, location. But I expected these ups and downs when I started switching my cards again to get boosters. That's part of it. I'm not really worried about it. It'd be one thing if I was closer to hitting the max rank, and with only there's I think 4 days left in this season. I probably would try hard. Maybe I don't know. I don't try hard's not the word, but I probably wouldn't fucking flip and flop as much. But here, have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? What about that? Gotta love that. Your boy, actually, a couple days ago, I had this streak. It happened a couple times. I got a screenshot of it. You get Subterranean turn one, right? Shuffle 5 cards into each deck. I swear to you, twice in the span of about 16 hours, this happened to me, where the ensuing 3 turns, I drew 3 of the 5 rocks that it distributed into my deck. Literally defied odds in that moment. It was like, what? I like that. We like that. Actually, no, because my Red Skull could go there, but oh well. We love that. So Scarlet Witch's ability, she replaces the location with a random new one. So it went from one that prevented ongoing abilities from working there to this, which helps me in that regard because I get 1 extra energy a turn. And she obviously played there, so she's there. Also, again, how many games have I played with this Shuri deck? How many times have I drawn her? Well, first, I don't think I've drawn her many times, maybe 3, but I've only gotten a chance to play her, I think, twice because one of the times I drew her was on turn 6 and it was far too late because you can't play her and one of the beefier boys or ladies that you would want to buff or like double their power. Now, this scenario wasn't as bad as the ones that I just alluded to where I got 3 rocks. Wait, did I? No. Did I start with did it just happen again? Did I start with Cosmo in my hand, or was it Rock, Cosmo, Rock, Rock? Either way, whether it's 3 in a row, 3 out of 4, fuck. I mean, given how little he's played so far, I'm wagering he's also unfortunately gotten a rock or two here. See, these are where it sucks not having Sunspot on the board, right? I on turn dude, I almost got fucked again. Because it's 1 extra energy, I honestly thought this was turn 6. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play... Oh, I can do that. Okay. We're going to play Doctor Doom. Speaking of the animations, look how cool it is. So not only does Cosmo have this little glowy effect, but if you go to put an on-reveal ability in one of his lanes, it like pulses to let you know, and he'll even like bark. Super fire. I think what we do is we put him here, and then we Odin here, and we hope for the best, because I got 4 of the 5 rocks, baby. Baby, baby, baby. uh, One Shuri coming right up. We got her indeed. Like, do you think his name is proper Raven? Like he's a really big Baltimore Ravens fan, or Edgar Allan Poe's the fan of the poet or poem, or do you think he's like pro per Raven? Like maybe Raven Software deemed him a pro at something, and like he's a professional per the experts at Raven. Oh, he's a prop in Raven Simone fan. I don't know why I didn't think of that, to be honest. Always the most likely. So you see how she moved at the end of the game. Now, it's one of those funny things. So, one of the most common posts on the Reddit, I swear, it's crazy. It's, why didn't my Captain Marvel move? So, even at the end of the game, um, where it says if possible, she wins you the game, right? It's funny. So, in this case, she moved from one lane to the other. It didn't affect the outcome of the game. It did affect the result of that lane. She, instead of losing all 3, they at least. So that's one way that she works. Like, what I was going to get at is sometimes she'll fly up and then fly right back down to the location that she was at, because it'll still do the animation, but she'll just fly right back and nothing will change. And you see posts all the time, why didn't, and it's like, because what they'll see sometimes is like, maybe she could have moved to another lane and it tie that other lane up. And so they look at that and they stop there. Why didn't my Captain Marvel move? And it's like, because even if she moves there and ties that other lane up, it might cause you to lose the lane that she was on, so you still lose the game. Or the point differential, like let's say she moves and she ties up that other lane, and then you would still win the lane that she was in, but it's only by like a small margin. And so basically it's like, she doesn't go to a lane to tie it up if that person is still going to end up losing on the tiebreaker or what are the other two lanes, right? But she will move if it ensures you to at least win a lane. You still lose the game, but instead of losing 3 lanes, you only lose 2. And I think that's a good mechanic, because how many boosters you get at the end of the game, I think is determined. Well, I think how much boosters you get is just how long the game goes. If somebody retreats in turn 2 or 3, you're only going to get whatever. If it goes length, you get whatever. But it does affect how much XP you get. I think you get plus, I think it's something like you get 20 XP for every game played, and then you get plus 20 XP for every lane you win. So at least it's good that she does that, because I know it sounds minuscule, but you know, hell, she does that enough times and at least wins you 1 lane. You know, that's an extra battle pass level or something throughout a season. So anyways, easy victory. The irony though is I'm getting boosters for cards that I'm not, like, I slotted some cards in my deck to get boosters for, and I'm not getting those boosters. Whee! There's some, I can't remember if they added it or not, but they had mentioned in like a developer note about adding something called I gotta change the song. It's on loop, isn't it? They added something called booster targeting, and again, I don't know if it's been added to the game yet, but it's supposed to help alleviate that. But I say all that, I think it has been added. Like, I think I'll dive into that in a minute. Oh, he's pissed. So typically when you play it, almost always, when you play a Nova, you want it destroyed. So me putting armor there now prevents that. Nova's a cool card. Once it's destroyed, give your cards +1 power. So typically you might play him on turn 1 or something, whenever. You build your board, and then you wait to kill him at the end. Ideally, that way his +1 procs to as many people. I love this animation, dog. And I'm hoping he procs here. Hopefully they put a card. Yes, watch. Got him. They got like a voice actor. Got him. Pretty dope. So not only does he have a cool animation when you drag him around, he has a cool one when he procs. And so the Guardians are all kind of similar, where you have to kind of guess where they're going to play, and if they play a card that turn, they get a buff. So he's +3. Rocket is like, he's a 1 cost, 2 power that goes up 2, so he can become a 1/4. He's a 2/5. Drax can be a 4. He's a 4/5 that can become a 4/8. Anyways, they all have their own cool little animation when it procs. Because of his Killmonger killing all 1-cost cards other than the ones that were protected, my death got a nice sweet reduction. Presumably, he also has a deck. He also has a death in his deck. So that's okay. I even thought about that. So Hala, after turn 4, destroy all cards controlled by the player losing here. So I literally just alluded to her. I thought about playing my death because it would ensure, well, yeah, if we both play our deaths, I win that lane, his Killmonger and death is destroyed, right? But I wanted to get that Shuri proc even more. And what's cool is because, so if Shuri was an ongoing card and then she's destroyed, I lose whatever she would have given me. Because she's an on reveal, technically that's procced. And even though she's destroyed, she'll still double up the next card I play. Part of me, what I'm hoping for here is I skip. I don't get Professor X. My She-Hulk is a 1 cost. Death is a 2 cost. Nah. Maybe, well, no, I'm hoping that he kills 2 more cards. She's a 1 cost. Death is free. And then I could play another, like, something. This is where having Sunspot on the board is so nice. So I'm glad that I didn't put Death there. Yeah, she would have gone up to 24, and I would have presumed that she would have been protected by the armor, but now there's no armor. Well, granted, now he can't play Shang-Chi in that lane. Anywho. Damn, if only 1 more card was destroyed, dude, I could play Abomination, She-Hulk, and Death again. I love the animation. So again, I haven't played with Abomination much. I've mentioned that earlier. And so like I'm geeking out on how cool his freaking gamma radiation glow is. I think I go... Damn it. I don't love it. I do love it. We win that. Oh, I just fucked up. I didn't matter, but I just misplayed. Despite me going on that little diatribe about Shuri being destroyed, but her thing's still proccing, I didn't factor it in. I guess because I didn't see her. I don't... Whatever. In reality, I should have doubled Death. Because with his lane being full, the chances of him beating my 10-powered She-Hulk, and like with me being 14 and him being 7, again, even if he played the Blue Marvel or did anything funky-dory, even if he would have killed somehow, well, he already used his Killmonger. I was well shaped, right? I could withstand any +4s or whatever. What was I gonna say? So you get the logic. I should have just played, since this was going to be the lane more likely to be contested, I should have doubled Death, She-Hulk, Black Widow. Didn't matter, but for future reference, I got to be cleaner with that. Okay, I'm going to change songs real quick, and let me go refill my water. This is probably my favorite song that I have in my, like... Okay. Oh, I need to remember that. So, I downloaded some songs that are supposed to be DMCA free. And